Thanks very much, Terry, and thanks to Off Square Music, especially Keith, Jeremy, and Andy who are here tonight, and the rest of the board for giving us this opportunity. Thanks to all my fellow performers, and thanks to all of you who come to listen. I'd like to mention a special event that's happening tomorrow. I am hosting this event at my house, and I have some flyers here that have the address on it. Tomorrow is the 10th anniversary of Play Music on the Porch Day. It was started by Brian Malman in 2013 as a way of building peace through music, and it's now celebrated in over 70 countries. And you can come to my home just a few blocks from here to be part of that worldwide celebration tomorrow. Waddle and Dobb, whom you heard earlier tonight, will be part of it. Trisha Alexander, who's coming up next, will be part of it, as well as Deb Fierek and Kent Fishburne. Kent is a member of the Off Square board. And Patty Peace will be coming for that too. What more appropriate name could we have performing that day? And while we're talking about peace, just a note that on Monday, it's the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington. So the two carols tonight are both reading travel poems. I have two that I wrote on my recent trip. I'm going to save one of them for a time when we feel we need a taste of summer, so I'll read just one of them tonight. And I wanted to mention two references in here. One is to the full sturgeon supermoon, which happened on August 1st. And I want to make sure that all of you are aware that there is a full sturgeon super blue moon next Wednesday night. It is the second supermoon of the month. There won't be another time when there's a second blue supermoon for, I think it's 9 years. So go out. Right now, the forecast is for clear weather that night, so go out and check that out. I also want to mention one other reference in the poem. It's to a doctor. I met him recently at a garden party, and he's Palestinian. He grew up on the Gaza Strip. He was the first Palestinian doctor to work at an Israeli hospital. His daughters, 3 daughters, were killed by Israeli soldiers, and he moved to Toronto, and he has since devoted his life to what he calls biopsychosocial medicine. He's an OBGYN doctor, but his goal is to try to eradicate hate in the world, and I'm sure he struggled a lot with that, and he wrote a book called I Shall Not Hate, so there's a reference to him in here. 3,000 miles. Written while I was on a 3,000-mile road trip, including stops in Cleveland Heights, the Finger Lakes, the Berkshires, Brattleboro, Wilmot and New London, Center Conway and the White Mountains, Cape Ann, which includes Rockport, Gloucester, and Essex in Massachusetts, Columbia and Riverdale Park in Maryland, and Reston and Great Falls in Virginia. I dedicate this to everyone I visited on this trip and to travelers everywhere. Skyscrapers fade in the rearview mirror. Another 3,000-mile journey begins. 2 and 3 trailer trucks speed past. Later, a tasty dinner with friends on a patio as the sun sets. A cardamom bomb latte with friends at an old diner. Then, the flatlands recede, and mountains lift my spirit. Rolling hills, farms, and lakes offer calm. Conversations end as the sun sets o'er the lake. Cayuga, Pinot, Riesling, and Vidal vineyards appear. Century-old cottages mix with modern mansions. Sleepy towns come alive with summer visitors. The pianist plays on as the sun sets in the west. The gentle hills give way to steep mountains. Ski country yields to bikers, boaters, and swimmers. The car struggles up the mountain, but the vista is the reward. A golden glow covers the land as the sun sets. Even the animals seem to respect day's end. The cows slowly leave the shaded fields. The cats come to see if bowls have been filled, and the dogs snuggle in as the sun sets. Rain pounds the trees, but in the morning, the sun rises. Once again, mountains and lakes beckon. A steady, restful swim offers time for meditation. Later, we cook together and feast as the sun sets. Everyone gathers around the campfire between storms. Music and prayers fill the rain-soaked air. Then, aromas of sausage, peppers, onions, garlic, and pasta fill the kitchen. In this love-filled home, we are sheltered from the storm at sunset. The emerald green salt marsh stretches before us. It is a sharp contrast to the narrow blue passageway where boats wind their way to the deep, briny ocean. Travelers enjoy this peaceful spot as the sun slowly sets. Patches of beach reappear in the afternoon sun. Seaweed is left behind as the tide recedes. Some children build sandcastles while others race to the raft, watching the sun set before the full sturgeon supermoon rises. The fresh, salty air whets our appetite. We savor lobster, clams, mussels, cod, and haddock. Peach and berry shortcake crowns the meal as friends converse and the sun sets. The friends talk of shared pastimes, but also of new adventures and dreams. Work, play, grief, joy, loss, hope, we continue to share as our lives begin their own sunset. But now, at a sunny garden party, a doctor speaks of overcoming grief and hate. His words stir a resolve for each of us to act. We have much more to do before that final sunset. The book is called Summer is for Cousins, but we share this special bond forever. Through the good times and bad, our love deepens. We appreciate the sunrise as well as the sunset. Weathered barns dot the landscape. Silver-domed silos tower over rows of corn. It is peak season for the earth's bounty. Tonight, the deep summer green forest filters the sunset. Up one mountain, then down another. The sign says, runaway truck ramp. Does the driver's body tighten as ours does when chaos rolls and clouds block the sunset? Cars speed along at 70 or 80 miles per hour. Does anyone take time to look as they whiz by? Are we too busy with our lives to notice the beauty around us? Today, let's take time to appreciate another day, another sunset. Thank you.